evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the rocking Norristown High School
Gymnasium night fun.
favorite time of the year for us, the PIAA District Playoffs. We've talked before about there being big games, but there is no game bigger than this. This is your entry into the Final Eight. And when you make the Final Eight, you're guaranteed at least 2 more games. The Eagles of Norristown meeting the battling Bulls of Glen Mills. And we have played this team before several times.
Yeah, Jim. And they brought their crowd here. The fans can't see them now, but there's a big crowd from Glen Mills sitting right behind us. And Glen Mills is really a big question mark. They have a mediocre record, but they've played some good games. They have a big team. And tonight's game is a real question mark because the Eagles have their starting 5 back for the first time in months. It's almost like the beginning of the season for them. So the Eagles also are a question mark. So in some ways, you might call this anybody's ball game.
Yeah, the Bulls coming out of a very tough league with Academy Park, Penwood, and Chester. Chester, the number 1 ranked team in the area. Frank, we are at full strength for the first time, and this means we have Crutchfield and Green back. We can go, we know, at least 11 deep. What do you expect the Eagles to do tonight?
Well, Jim, I think they'll be a little bit like they were before Christmas. I hope to see a lot more teamwork, a lot more unselfish playing. As you know, when we didn't have 2 or 3 starters out there, those who were out there thought they had to do it all. And I hope that mentality is gone. It'll have to be gone to go anywhere in the playoffs. They'll need more teamwork. I think they're going to need more intensity on defense than they've had lately. But as you say, the starters are just back, and we'll have to wait and see.
Eagles starting Crutchfield and Green tonight, the 2 players who have not seen much action. Do you think Tommy McGee, coach of the Eagles, is going to have to substitute for them often, or do you think they'll be all right?
I don't know. Although they're just starting tonight, they have been running for a couple weeks, which really makes a difference.
Once again, teams tonight playing for the right to play Saturday night and move on in the PIAA playoffs. And Saturday night, you don't like to look ahead at all, but Lower Merion there possibly. And you know that that's a game that we would love to see.
Oh, I'd love to see the Eagles get in that game. The winner of tonight's game here will play the winner of Lower Merion Academy Park. Lower Merion has to be favored, but then again, Academy Park has played some great games, and I wouldn't call the game a toss-up, but I wouldn't favor Lower Merion that heavily.
Eagles boys coming in following the Eagles girls, who got a tough 5-point win in overtime. You can only hope that the Eagles boy team has the same amount of luck, and that we've seen both teams moving on to Saturday and maybe playing together at the same site.
And what the girls' game showed, Jim, was that in the playoffs, records can be tossed out the window. The Eagles were not heavily favored, but they were definitely favored to win tonight's game. And they were losing by about 8 points at the 5-minute mark. They came back. The game went into overtime, and the Eagles finally pulled it out. But as I said, in the playoffs, it's anybody's ball game.
Yeah, one thing that showed, though, referring to the girls' game, showed the importance of being able to hit 3-pointers, how fast you can get back into this game. And I think the Eagles' 2 best 3-point shooters are probably Crutchfield and Green, who are both here.
Yeah.
And that makes a world of difference when Jimmy Lever, instead of having to be a scorer, can be a setup man, and he and Thompson don't have to do all of the shooting. We have a much stronger team.
And the girls' game also showed the importance of foul shooting. I think in the last 5 minutes, Jen Price was something like 7 for 8 from the foul line, which was really crucial.
Yeah, and that's something we've talked about often. We're not sure we want to see the Eagles boys team get into a foul shooting contest because their foul shooting record is not that awesome, and that's something that can really have an impact upon a game. Full court pressure, Frank, full game?
I don't know, Jim, because I haven't seen Glen Mills. I just see them warming up. I know they have a tall team. They have a lot of ball players, but it's hard to tell in a warm-up whether they have ball handlers or not.
Actually, we remember this is a great rivalry in recent years. You remember, 5-6 years ago when we met them in the district finals and then met them again in the state semifinals, once at DuPont Pavilion and the other time down to Palestra. Terrific games.
Well, what I didn't like about that, Jim, was I don't know about this year's Glen Mills teams, but back then, 4 of the 5 starters for Glen Mills were not from Pennsylvania, and I didn't like that at all.
I know that has always been a sore point for you and something that you have brought up quite often. We hear the buzzer behind us. We'll be here with the introduction to the game, and we'll be ready with the starting lineups very shortly. Just a momentary break there, fans for Frank and I to get settled. Again, this is Jim Nelson, Frank Winkle, with our statistician Neil Schaefer here for playoffs. And actually, we hope if we win this game that we will go on and be able to do the playoffs later on. Our loudspeaker system acting up a little bit. I think the only time we ever had a good system here was when the president was here, you know? The rest
and
of
he
the
brought
time
his own.
Problematical.
We should have talked him into leaving that system here. It's a shame, Jim. I couldn't find anybody who has seen Glen Mills play this year, so they're really a big question mark for us.
Big crowd here tonight, Frank. This is what you like to see, you know, for high school basketball. We have not had very big crowds here much of the year, but tonight, and not just because Glen Mills brought people along. There's quite a few fans from Norristown here. Came out for the girls' game and have stayed around for the boys' game.
I would say we're probably at least at 80% capacity. Waiting for the introduction of the lineups. The officials for tonight's game are Mike Chesney and Joe Lindsay.
Now, Neil has been waiting for his chance to take over here, Frank, and I think he got me tonight. He bought some candies here, and the first thing he gives me was licorice, which is probably my least favorite flavor of all. So if you hear me gagging
why don't
here,
you
you'll
pass
know what
me
is
one
happening.
of those white ones, Jim, whatever they are.
Hey, you want this licorice that I'm having?
Are they gluten-free?
I highly doubt it. We noticed that the Battling Bulls have bought a radio here. I don't know whether they're broadcasting live back to Glen Mills or whether they're going on the tape delay. Once again, problems with our loudspeaker system, not all that unusual here at Norristown. Again, to set the scene, we're getting ready for a round of 16, I guess it is, between Glen Mills and Norristown. The winner will move on. The loser goes home and has to say, wait until next year. Never a pleasant thing to have to look forward to.
And if Norristown wins tonight, so far their next game is scheduled to be Saturday night. This is now Tuesday night. And if they follow the schedule they did last year, it would most likely be at Plymouth White Marsh.
You know, Frank, I hope it's played at Wissahickon. Bigger gym. PW is a very hot gym and a very compact gym, and it can fill up very quickly. You can get a lot more fans, and you know with that rematch, particularly if the Eagles girls are there too, that there will be a lot of people there.
How about Upper Marion? What's their gym like?
I have no idea. I've
It
never
would
been
make
in
more
it.
sense. Upper Marion is between Lower Marion and Norristown. Of course, here we are assuming a Norristown victory.
Yeah, let's hope. What's that?
I can yell the starting lineup.
Oh, Neil Schaefer's going to yell the starting lineup. You can probably yell just loud enough that they can hear you down in the trainer's center.
That's right. We're starting late
I know
anyway
what you would yell.
because the girls' game went into overtime.
This is going to be a late night, Frank. I'm not sure we're going to be able to make school tomorrow. Which, of course, will probably make 200 kids very happy.
I think it's one of those things, if we win, I won't mind coming in. If we lose, I'll be too tired to come in.
Well, I'd like to tell you that they're introducing the starting lineup, but I can't. For the Battling Bulls is number 15, Marquise Shaw. Number 31, Dan Lumpkin. Number 25, Clarence Campbell. Number 40, Vincent Lewis. And number 30, Bill Davis. At least that's who's supposed to be the starting lineup. Eagles are going to open with number 24, Lofton Thompson. Number 33, Ty Crutchfield. Number 43, Joe Green. Number 44, Jimmy Lever. Number 50, Dawad Johnson.
For the Eagles to start this evening will be
happy tonight to have Green and Crutchfield back. That's got to be a big asset for this team. Both of them good three-point shooters. And Frank, Joe Green, since he's come back, has done a really good job off the boards for Norristown, rebounding.
Yeah, Jim, you wonder what the team would have been like had those fellas never got hurt. Now we're going to have our national anthem. Waiting for someone to start. The Norristown cheerleaders are going to sing the national anthem. Well, they were going to sing the national anthem. Well, the officials got tired of waiting.
I don't think the girls had any intention of singing. They were looking back at the where we would play the record. Actually, I was getting ready to introduce you and Neil. I figured you could do a duet.
Watch out, Kate Smith. There's Frank Winkle. Yeah, I might do God Bless America. Not the national anthem.
One thing we could safely say, it might help to clear the area very quickly. I've heard you sing, Frank. Bulls look like they have a fairly good-sized team, Frank.
They do have height, and they do have depth on the benches.
We don't know how deep on that bench they go.
Yeah.
I'm sure what they bring to a game is a lot of the JV players in something like this. Ready for the tip-off. Stawad Johnson jumping against Vincent Lewis. Lewis controls, bounce pass. Right off, Bill Davis in for a basket. Glen Mills working a play. Looks like a man-to-man for Glen Mills, Frank. Lever with the ball, number 15 is Shaw playing him. Over to Green. Green's being guarded by Campbell. Thompson from the corner, he's got it.
Three-pointer.
3-2. Norristown putting pressure on. Lever playing Shaw. Ball goes down to Campbell. Nothing there. Campbell comes back outside to number 30, Bill Davis. 31 is Lumpkin.
Norristown playing a 1-3-1 zone.
That was Campbell with a good fake. 4-3, Glen Mills. Nobody's bashful out here, Frank. There's Crutchfield. No good. Big rebound by number 25, Campbell. This is Davis coming back. Davis on the drive with a jumper. Yes. Glen Mills, 3 for 3. Norristown looks very iffy on defense, Frank. What are they playing?
Jim, it's like they weren't getting back fast enough to set up.
This is Lever with the ball, looking for Thompson. Gives it out to Joe Green. Joe Green has Campbell on him. There goes Thompson with a spin move. Thompson looking for Lever, finds Green. Green drives, jumper up. No. Ball tip controlled by Shaw. Marquis Shaw not wasting any time coming down over to Davis. Davis goes over, three-pointer launch off the basket. Vincent Lewis with a rebound. And Coach Tom McGee wants a timeout.
Glen Mills taking an 8-3 lead.
Eagles look very rattled on defense, Frank.
Well, Jim, Glen Mills does have the ball handling. Norristown can't fall too far behind because Glen Mills doesn't look like a team that's going to be bothered too much by a press.
Norristown Eagles cheerleaders right out in front of us. You think they really mean that when they say that?
The Norristown cheerleaders, led this year by captains Elena Nelson, Tina Petrus, and Alicia Hartenstein.
6:19 left in the early going. The Battling Bulls coming out quickly. Norristown not getting their defense set. Bulls off to an 8-3 lead. Thompson will inbounds to Lever. Lever being covered by Shaw. Here they go in a man-to-man press. Ball comes to Green. Green on the move. Looks for Thompson. Thompson on a good move. Lofton Thompson with the first 5 points. Eagles trail by 3.
I think the Eagles have gone man-to-man.
This is Davis with the ball for Glen Mills. Coming up, Thompson playing him, pick set. Thompson still, Davis on the move. Strong, no, battle underneath. Crutchfield comes off with a spin dribble. High Crutchfield shifting from right to left with a good drive. Eagles down by 1. Davis coming back, Lofton Thompson playing him. I get the impression Davis might be their high scorer because Thompson usually draws the tough defensive assignment. This is Lumpkin. This is Lewis. Lewis to Davis. Davis with Lever on him. Back. This is Shaw on the move. Nothing there. There goes the drive ball back. Rebound. Clarence Campbell on the follow. Makes it 10-7. Here goes Thompson. Thompson on the move. Looking for Joe Green. Spin move. Yes.
Nice move by Joe Green.
Joe Green under the boards. 4:58 and counting. 10-9. Eagles trail by 1. Eddie Moore's off the bench for Norristown. Undoubtedly he's going in there to do some rebounding. This is Shaw. Shaw on the move. Lever almost gets the ball. Shaw still is taken away by Lever. Here comes the break. Lever with a jumper. Ball's up. No. Lewis with a strong rebound. Finds Davis. Davis to Shaw. Lever will stop Hims. Coming outside to Davis up top. Eddie Moore's off the bench for Norristown. Looks like number 52, Madero Smith, is off the bench for Glen Mills. Glen Mills using some picks, trying to lose some guys. This is Lumpkin. Goes underneath Campbell. Sure looked like a walk there.
Yeah, I can't believe this official right in front of us didn't call a walk.
Girls game, the officials were calling everything. Fouls on Thompson. Eddie Moore coming in for Norristown, replacing DeWad Johnson. Number 52, Madero Smith in the lineup for Glen Mills. And he is replacing Shaw.
You can tell there's a crowd here tonight, Jim, because of the heat in the gym tonight. This is the first time we've been warm.
This Campbell makes the first. Glen Mills off again, up again by 2. 4:11, 4:12 left in the quarter. This is Campbell again. Shot is up. He's got it. Glen Mills look like they know how to shoot fouls, Frank. Glen Mills putting pressure on. Ball stolen by Campbell. Drive goes in. Shot is missed. Rebound, battle. Glen Mills controlling. This is Lumpkin. Davis, no. Battle for the board. Thompson has it. Glen Mills looks tough off the board, Frank. Lever coming outside. Eagles were looking for the break. Didn't have it. A fast break. Lever over to Thompson. Crutchfield, Moore, and Green in the lineup. There goes Green with the ball. Green on the fake. Jumper. Joe Green's got it. Green for Joe Green. Glen Mills 12, Norristown 11. Coming down court, this is Davis with the ball. Eagles are falling back into a zone. Ball goes in. Got a walk. Number 31, Lumpkin. Looked for the basket. He probably should have taken this shot, and while he was looking, he moved his feet. Eagles coming back with a chance to take the first lead for the night. Lever with the ball. Lever over to Crutchfield. Crutchfield on the move. Drive into the basket. No walk. Ball batted around, controlled by Davis. Davis coming back. Campbell moving underneath. Ball goes in the corner. Madero Smith, he's got it. 14-11. Glen Mills moves back to a 3-point lead. Another player off the Glen Mills bench. Here comes Reynolds Mason for Norristown. There goes Thompson. We're going to have a foul. It's going to be on number 52, Madero Smith.
They're calling that a shooting foul? I guess they are, even though Thompson was really trying to pass it off.
Here comes Mason. Mason's replacing Crutchfield. Number 42, Michael Vaughn, is in the game for Glen Mills. Frank, the pace of this game is very, very quick. Both teams going to their benches early.
Yeah, which makes you wonder about Crutchfield and Green. How long?
Well, I think you see the first thing with Crutchfield being taken out and given a little bit of a blow. This is Thompson. He's got 6 in the early going. Eagles back, trailing by 2. Eagles have yet to take the lead tonight as the Bulls moved out to an early 5-point lead. Second shot up, Thompson's got it.
1-point ball game.
Eagles falling back into, it looks like zone pressure. Here's Vaughn. Vaughn on the dribble. Whoa, looks over with Davis. Talk about a pass that was gunned to. And again, the Eagles are not sure what kind of a defense they're playing.
Yeah,
Here goes Madero Smith. Short jumper, no. Battle on the board. Campbell's a good rebounder. Goes up, he's got it.
and the Eagles are having their problems rebounding under that defensive
8
board.
points for Clarence Campbell in the early going, and he's the big gun. Here's Reynolds Mason, Jimmy Lever with a great assist.
And that's what Jimmy has to do. If he doesn't score all night but makes passes like that, he'll certainly contribute to winning this ball game.
This is Davis coming back. Eagles trailing by 1. Eagles now in a man-to-man. Davis being played by Lever. Fast move. We got a block.
Great block.
Rebound, Madero Smith, no. Thompson coming out. He's got Lever ahead of him. Jimmy Lever up. Short jumper, no. Battle on the board. Yes!
I'm not sure whether it was
I think it was Tom.
Green or Thompson hit that in.
I would give that to Thompson. Green on it. I really thought it was Thompson. 6 for Joe Green. Eagles with their first lead. Man-to-man pressure. Davis with the ball. Here goes Campbell again. We're going to have a foul. It's going to be on Eddie Moore. And Frank.
That's a good foul, Jim.
The Bulls from Glen Mill look like a very well-trained, working their plays and trying to free that man underneath.
And I think they figure the man playing Jimmy Lever is so much taller than Jimmy that if they can get him one-on-one, that he can score over Jimmy.
Lewis coming back into the lineup. Campbell will be going to the line to shoot 2. I don't think a foul shot's been missed tonight. Do you suppose this will put the jinx on him? Yes, it does.
Say that again, Jim.
What was that, Jim?
It's the first foul shot missed tonight. Campbell ready. Second shot is up. He's got it. Bulls
Ball game.
and the Eagles tied at 17. 1:24 and counting left. Here comes Lever. Lever breaks the press. Wide open. Short jumper. Yes! Jimmy Lever with his first 2. They handled the press, got the open shot. And actually, he could have passed it off to either side. He had 2 men open.
The Eagles playing
Coming down to the
1-2
minute mark.
zone.
Glenn Mills with somebody else coming off the bench. This is Smith, number 52, outside. Davis with the ball now. 31 at the top of the key is Lumpkin. Ball goes in, shot is missed. Campbell with a strong rebound. Up, no. Battle. Ball controlled by Green. But Glenn Mills is a tough rebounding team, Frank.
A lot of elbows flying
Lever with
under
the
there,
ball.
too.
Green takes the fake, going in. No, I'm kind of surprised they took the shot. Reynolds Mason, out to Green. Green to Thompson. Thompson with a 3, he's got it. Lofton Thompson, 10 points. Norristown, 22. Glen Mills, 17.
27
Coming down in 25 seconds. Let's see where the Glen Mills goes for the last shot. This is Davis. Moving Campbell underneath. Ball comes up, Lumpkin. 52 is Smith. He comes outside to Lumpkins. Over to Davis. Davis launches a 3. He's got it. Davis with 7. The timeout as the ball comes rolling up court. 7.3 seconds. Glen Mills goes back into man-to-man pressure. Number 34, who I don't have listed, Nick Bowen. Crutchfield coming off the bench. Eagles will get another 3-point shooter in. He's replacing Mason.
7.3 seconds left.
Thompson has the ball. He's got to hurry it. Here comes Thompson. Plenty of time. Thompson with a jumper up. No. Battle. Big rebound by number 40. That's Vincent Lewis. The first period, a very fast-paced game, Frank.
Oh, Jim, I think Norristown has their hands full tonight. They're certainly being out-rebounded under their own board, I would think. It certainly looked like it. Maybe, I don't know, is our statistician keeping rebounds?
Yeah, Coach McGee has got to be worried about the fact that Glen Mills is really battling the board, particularly Clarence Campbell, who is absolutely dominating the boards. And if the Eagles are going to have any success tonight, they've got to find an answer to him and figure out a way to keep him off the boards so the Bulls don't get their second and third shots. Thompson with 10, Joe Green with 6 coming out to lead the Eagles in the early going.
Well, as we said in the pregame show, Glen Mills has what looks like a mediocre record, but they play some very good teams. They play teams like Chester and Westchester East, and they play some really good teams. So their record could be deceiving.